1. Amsterdam, the cultural and historical heart of the Netherlands. Amsterdam, the capital city, is an iconic European destination that blends history, art, and modern charm in perfect harmony. The city is built around a web of canals, often called the Venice of the North, which gives it a tranquil yet dynamic atmosphere. A walk along the Herengracht or Prinsengracht canals offers views of historic merchant houses, bridges adorned with flowers, and cozy houseboats. The city's artistic heritage is unparalleled. The Rijksmuseum houses masterpieces by Rembrandt and Vermeer, while the Van Gogh Museum contains the world's largest collection of Van Gogh's work, tracing his tumultuous life and evolution as an artist. The Anne Frank House, where the young diarist hid during World War II, is a poignant and essential visit, drawing millions each year. Beyond museums, Amsterdam is also known for its vibrant neighborhoods like Giethoorn, full of indie boutiques and cafes, and De Pip, known for its multicultural vibe, and the famous Albert Kuip Market. Whether you explore by bike, boat, or foot, Amsterdam offers layers of culture, beauty, and innovation that make it endlessly fascinating. 2. Giethoorn, the fairy-tale village with no roads. Nestled in the verdant province of Overijssel, Giethoorn is a village unlike any other in the world. Often referred to as the Dutch Venice, or Venice of the North, Giethoorn captivates with its whimsical charm and the near-total absence of roads in its historic core. Instead of cars, locals and visitors navigate via narrow canals, tranquil footpaths, and charming arched wooden bridges, over 170 in total. What truly makes Giethoorn magical is the serenity of its atmosphere. You won't hear the roar of engines or the blare of horns. Instead, you'll glide through still waters on silent, electric, whisper boats, passing by idyllic thatched roof farmhouses, many of which are centuries old and impeccably maintained. These homes are often surrounded by lush gardens, brimming with vibrant flowers in spring and summer, creating a living painting of Dutch rural life. Giethoorn is not just for aesthetics, it also offers cultural and historical richness. The museum Giethoorn Old Maathuis presents a vivid portrayal of what life was like in the 19th century, showcasing traditional tools, furnishings, and farming practices. Meanwhile, the Oud Aard, the Old Earth, is a museum and shop housing rare minerals and fossils from around the world, adding a layer of geological wonder. In winter, the canals often freeze, and the village transforms into a dreamy ice skating haven, evoking nostalgic images of old Dutch paintings. Whether you visit in bloom or frost, Giethoorn offers a peaceful, almost otherworldly escape from modernity. It's not just a place, it's an experience of stepping back into a simpler, more enchanting time. 3. Keukenhof Gardens, the seasonal wonderland of tulips. Located in Lis, about 40 minutes southwest of Amsterdam, Keukenhof Gardens is the most spectacular tribute to the Netherlands' iconic tulip culture. Known as the Garden of Europe, this sprawling 30-hectare park is a sensory explosion of colors, scents, and natural artistry. But it's also fleeting, open for just 8 weeks each spring. Keukenhof becomes a temporary utopia that draws over 1 million visitors from around the globe. More than 7 million bulbs are planted each year, arranged in intricate designs that include rivers of tulips, floral mosaics, geometric patterns, and even 3-dimensional sculptures made entirely of flowers. Each year brings a new theme, from Dutch artists like Mondrian and Van Gogh to global cultural tributes, making repeat visits just as thrilling. Beyond tulips, Keukenhof is also home to daffodils, hyacinths, orchids, and lilies, presented in artistic arrangements within covered pavilions like the Orange Nassau Pavilion and the Beatrix Pavilion. These indoor spaces not only protect the most delicate blooms, but also house events, competitions, and demonstrations by master florists. The park is interwoven with winding walking paths, tranquil ponds with swans, tree-shaded lanes, and even a classic Dutch windmill you can climb for panoramic views of the surrounding flower bulb fields. Vast, colorful carpets of tulips stretching to the horizon. For families, the gardens also include a maze, petting zoo, and playgrounds, making it enjoyable for all ages. Keukenhof isn't just a visual feast, it's a celebration of Dutch agriculture, biodiversity, and the art of flower growing. It's one of the most photogenic and euphoric places in Europe, especially during full bloom in April. 4. Rotterdam, Europe's capital of modern architecture. Rotterdam, the Netherlands' second-largest city, is a masterpiece of architectural innovation and urban resilience. Completely flattened by German bombing during World War II, the city used its devastation as an opportunity to reinvent itself from the ground up. Today, Rotterdam stands as one of the most progressive and futuristic cities in Europe, a striking contrast to the traditional gabled architecture of other Dutch towns. At the heart of the city lies the Marktville, a horseshoe-shaped complex that merges a bustling indoor food market with luxury apartments, and one of the largest indoor artworks in the world, the Horn of Plenty, a vibrant ceiling mural that wraps the entire interior in scenes of fruits, flowers, and surreal elements. Nearby, the cube houses, Kubuswaninnen, tilt at impossible angles, offering both a whimsical sight and insight into cutting-edge architectural theory. The city's Erasmus Bridge, an elegant white cable-stayed structure nicknamed the Swan, is not just functional but iconic, connecting the historic north side with the contemporary developments of the South Bank. Here, in the Kop van Zuid, you'll find skyscrapers like the Rotterdam, Europe's largest building by floor area, luxury hotels, and some of the trendiest restaurants in the country. Rotterdam is also a major cultural hub. Its Boijmans van Booninen Museum, Kunsthal, and Wit de Wit Center for Contemporary Art represent some of the finest institutions for both classical and avant-garde art in the Netherlands. The city is home to Europe's largest port of Rotterdam, which can be explored via impressive boat tours. This city pulses with creative energy and is known for its music festivals, design fairs, and culinary revolutions. Rotterdam is where the Netherlands breaks its own mold, challenging what a European city can look and feel like. 5. Utrecht, the medieval core of Dutch spirit. Utrecht is one of the most authentically Dutch cities in the Netherlands, often described as Amsterdam's quieter, more soulful cousin. With its medieval architecture, rich cultural life, and student-friendly vibe, Utrecht offers the perfect balance of historic beauty and youthful energy. The city is dominated by the majestic Dom Tower, a 112-meter Gothic marvel that offers panoramic views. After a challenging climb of 465 steps, it stands next to the Dom Church, whose collapsed nave creates an open square, a rare architectural curiosity. The streets radiating from the tower are filled with bookstores, cafes, museums, and centuries-old buildings. What makes Utrecht especially unique is its two-level canal system. Alongside the main canals, particularly the Ougracht, Old Canal, you'll find wharf cellars, originally built for loading goods from boats directly into warehouses. Today, these spaces have been transformed into cozy bars, intimate restaurants, and creative shops, creating an experience unlike anywhere else in the world. Utrecht is also a city of learning and culture. Home to Utrecht University, one of the oldest and most prestigious in the country, it hosts a year-round calendar of events, from music festivals and art exhibitions to literary lectures. The Centraal Museum houses works by local painters, like Dick Bruna, creator of Miffy, and showcases the city's artistic evolution. Green parks, hidden courtyards, vintage shops, and bike-friendly streets make Utrecht a joy to explore. It is a city of stories, both old and new, unfolding in every corner of its historic heart. 6. The Hague, Den Haag, diplomacy, royalty, and coastal elegance. The Hague, while not the capital of the Netherlands, is its most politically significant city and perhaps its most elegant. It serves as the seat of the Dutch government, the home of the royal family, and a major center for international law, housing institutions like the International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Court at the Peace Palace, a neo-Renaissance marvel and symbol of global diplomacy. But The Hague is more than suits and treaties. It has a refined cultural soul. The Mauritshuis Museum houses an intimate but world-class collection of Dutch Golden Age paintings, including Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring, Rembrandt's Anatomy Lesson of Dr. Nicolaes Tulp, and works by Jan Steen and Frans Hals. The Gemeente Museum, now Kunstmuseum Den Haag, is a modernist dream, with the world's largest collection of Piet Mondrian's works. The city's architecture reflects its diplomatic role. Wide boulevards, stately mansions, embassies, and tree-lined avenues dominate its layout. Yet, just a few kilometers west lies Schweinenen, a vibrant beach district with a sandy coastline, a lively pier with a Ferris wheel, a promenade of seafood restaurants, and even casinos and concert venues. You can spend your day in a formal meeting at a political institution, your afternoon strolling the Lang Verout, and your evening watching the sunset over the North Sea. The Hague blends class, power, art, and leisure in one beautifully orchestrated setting. 7. Delft, the artistic soul of the Netherlands. Delft is the perfect embodiment of Dutch aesthetic, graceful canals, historic town squares, and the soft blue hues of its world-renowned pottery. Located between The Hague and Rotterdam, Delft is most famous for Delftware, the blue and white ceramic style that became a global icon of Dutch craftsmanship. At the Royal Delft Factory, operating since 1653, visitors can witness artisans painting, each piece by hand and learn about the process that blends Chinese porcelain influence with Dutch techniques. The intricate designs, often depicting windmills, flowers, and rural scenes, continue to be a national symbol. But Delft is also famous as the birthplace of Johannes Vermeer, one of the greatest painters of the Dutch Golden Age. The Vermeer Centrum takes visitors on an interactive journey through his life, art, and techniques, offering a unique glimpse into 17th century life. The city centerpiece is the Markt, a large open square flanked by the stunning New Church, where the Dutch royal family is buried, and the Stadhuis, City Hall, a beautiful Renaissance building. A climb up the New Church Tower provides sweeping views over the red rooftops and surrounding countryside. With its elegant bridges, leafy streets, and a slower pace of life, Delft feels like a painting come to life, refined, quiet, and deeply Dutch. 8. Zaanse Schans, the living museum of windmills and Dutch tradition. Located just 20 minutes from Amsterdam, Zaanse Schans is a vivid recreation of an 18th and 19th century Dutch village, complete with operational windmills, green wooden houses, and artisan workshops. It's a place where Dutch heritage comes alive through interactive experiences. Visitors can watch traditional wooden clogs being carved, learn how Gouda cheese is made, and sample it, and explore a working windmill grinding spices or sawing wood. The Zaanse Museum adds depth with exhibits on regional industry and culture. Walking through Zaanse Schans feels like stepping back in time, yet it's also deeply informative and ideal for families and history lovers. Its scenic setting along the Zaanse River makes it both picturesque and educational. 9. Maastricht, a taste of Europe with Roman roots. Tucked into the southern tip of the country, Maastricht has a character all its own. It's one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands, with a layered history dating back to Roman times. The Basilica of St. Servatius, Romanesque churches, and medieval walls tell the story of a city at the crossroads of European civilization. Maastricht feels more Belgian or French in ambience than Dutch, with winding cobblestone streets, elegant squares like the Vrijthof, and a sophisticated culinary scene. The city is also famous for the Treaty of Maastricht, which led to the formation of the European Union. Above ground, Maastricht delights with its culture and cuisine. Underground, you can explore the vast network of limestone caves and World War II-era tunnels under St. Petersburg Hill. It's a city that rewards both wandering and digging deeper, literally. 10. Kinderdijk, iconic Dutch windmills in a UNESCO World Heritage setting. No symbol of the Netherlands is more iconic than the windmill, and nowhere are they more beautifully preserved than in Kinderdijk. This UNESCO World Heritage Site features 19 perfectly aligned windmills built in the 18th century to manage water levels in the low-lying Dutch landscape. Visitors can tour the inside of a working windmill to understand how these engineering marvels prevented flooding in a country largely below sea level. Scenic walking and biking paths crisscross the area, with panoramic views perfect for photography. Kinderdijk is more than a pretty sight. It's a testament to Dutch ingenuity, resilience, and harmony with nature. Visiting offers insight into the history of water management, a crucial part of the Dutch identity.